Hello and what is up, Chucklehead? It's your boy Jay Berg and
Colton Drake.
Golden Drake, baby. We are coming to you live from the newly revamped My Mom's Basement Studios.
Hell yeah.
Here in Spokane Valley. We got a nice new setup. We're going to start doing some video releases. I don't know if that's good for anybody, but whatever. People can ask us about it, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see your weird face all the time. You know, I don't have the type of face that, you know, you rub one out to. You know what I'm saying?
Sure you
But
do, Jay.
You sexy
It's
beast
all
over here.
it's all in your head. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right. So how was your week? How was your week?
It was good, man. This weekend, me and Bev went to we went and did the Van Gogh Museum.
Wifey Bev.
Yep.
Yeah.
We went to that Van Gogh Museum off of Division in Spokane.
Cultured as shit, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. He's the guy that cut his ear off.
Yeah.
They didn't spend that much time on that, which I was like, that's the
Hey, come on, that's the most
that's
interesting
the
part.
most interesting part. Did he paint with the blood? Like, what did he do? No, they kind of just like, oh, and he had schizophrenia and he killed himself. Boom. Like,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
go read a book. They tell you.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they had the little plaques where you read and then you go look at the art, right?
How baked were you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Pretty big.
Did you like it? You have fun? You have fun?
Yeah, I had fun.
Did Bev like it?
Yeah, Bev loved
Nice.
it. We had a good time. There's like this whole part where you walk in there and they have like all these they project everything like on all the walls and on the floor and all that, so you kind of get to be like in his paintings and shit, which was cool. Not my favorite part. I was telling Bev that wasn't I was like, you know what wasn't my favorite part? And she's like, the reading. It's like, all right, dickhead. No.
That's actually what I would have thought too.
Yeah, I know. I was like, God damn it. I was enjoying the reading.
Can't they just give me some headphones? Just tell them you're blind. I think they'll give you
Oh, dude, that's a great idea.
Although, then what are you doing in the visual medium that is the museum?
That's true. Yeah, it was all art.
I think they will do
Would've been a
that,
waste.
but that is kind of weird.
Can I feel it? It's like,
No, you can't touch that shit.
It's
oil
not
painting.
real.
Oh, that's right.
It's not real Van Gogh.
These are
shit.
projected stuff. Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't bring actual Van Gogh.
Hell
works.
no. But yeah, so that was cool. That's what we did.
Nice. Yeah, I had a great weekend, man. Laura Peak was hilarious. I got to feature her last night. Super fun. Really good hang, too. Really fun hang.
Sweet.
Yeah, talked a bunch with her. Had a couple friends come out. Chris Jessup was there. Rob Devins was there. It was great. Yeah, we had a really good time. One of the more fun comedians I've ever hung out with. Just chilling. Very laid back. Very,
Nice.
very cool. And very funny. So that was great.
That's such an important thing, too,
Oh, my God.
is like
Yeah.
when comics are good hangs. If they're bad
Sure.
hangs, it's like, what are we doing here?
It
Like,
sucks
this
when they're bad
sucks,
hangs.
dude. Yeah,
It sucks, but like it's not part of the job, but it absolutely is. It's very weird.
totally.
You know how good you have to be a shit hang
Yeah.
and actually make any sort of headway in comedy? It's crazy.
You have to be really good.
You have to be really
You have to be
good.
really good.
So yeah, with that, we are going to get into today's podcast or today's episode. Today's episode is Trailer Trash Tammy's Pontoon Party. That came out. It was like
12 days ago.
Yeah, 12 days ago. So it just came out. And yeah, we'll give you a taste of Tammy, Trailer Trash Tammy, a.k.a. Chelcie Lynn.
Here's a taste.
Here is a little bit of a taste of Pontoon Party and the trailer.
Hand me a cigarette, bitch. Hey, did anybody else grow up with roaches? Hell yeah, be proud of your culture. I don't know if Santa sucks clit, but I got kicked out of 27 malls trying to find out. I'll never forget the night he proposed, man. He looked me straight in the eyes and he said, "Baby, you sure you're pregnant?" How am I supposed to sleep till noon if I've got a little semen demon shaking me up at 9 a.m. wanting me to fill their sippy cup up with more Mountain Dew Baja Blast? And you got escorted out of a Bass Pro Shops for getting your dick sucked in the duck blinds. Although I was an accomplice on that last one, I'll give him that.
All right, that was the official trailer for Trailer Trash Tammy. That's hard to say sometimes. Trailer Trash Tammy's Pontoon Party, her first video special, I believe. As you can see, we've been joined by our buddy Quincy. Mm-hmm. He is messing with my backdrop and just kind of being a pain in the ass. But he is the official mascot. So I was mentioning as we're listening to that to Colton, like I don't like saying a taste of Trailer Trash Tammy. That just sounds gross as hell.
That's why I doubled down on it.
Especially how disgusting her special really was. Let's just talk about doing a little intro. By way of intro, Chelcie Lynn is the name of the actual name of the comedian. Trailer Trash Tammy is a persona she uses on stage. That's how she became famous. She became famous on Vine.
I didn't know
in
that.
2013, and then of course Vine went the way of the dodo, and then when it ceased operating, she switched over to YouTube. She was doing. I just read this. So she would do mukbang videos. You know what mukbang videos are?
No, what is that?
It's I didn't know that was a word for anything, but it's when people pay you to eat shit.
Oh, really?
Like videos where you just eat shit. She was doing it as her character. Like
She
she'd be
looks
in her
like she'd
car.
be into doing that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. And she did some collaborations with some other mukbang guy, and it said it was a controversial mukbang guy. So I like went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, and it turns out that guy got accused of like being sexually inappropriate with some other person's
mukbanging?
Shocking, you know what I mean?
Gross.
Yeah, mukbang. What a weird name, right?
Yeah, for just eating food.
Yeah, just. Yeah, I don't know. So she was doing that, and then she also did her.
What are we mukbanging for
2017
dinner?
What are we mukbanging for dinner? That's a good point. I guess we're doing mukbang videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, she did mukbang videos as her character, Trailer Trash Tammy, in 2017 on YouTube after Vine shut down. And then she started doing comedy based strictly off of, as far as I could tell anyway, strictly off her YouTube personality, her TikTok videos. She started doing that in 2019. So she's been doing it
Oh, not that long.
basically as long as I have. And I'm actually surprised it's been that long, if I'm going to be 100% honest. So yeah, she did she's been doing it, I guess, right around 5 years, maybe a little about 6. This is something she said in an interview with cleverock.com before she was doing a show in Cleveland. She says, I do about 50 minutes of stand-up as my character, Trailer Trash Tammy. All of the material that I do is real life, real stories that have happened to me. Everything I talk about is 100% real. I just tell it in the voice of Tammy, and it really works. That it does, but it begs the question: why does she need a persona if she's just telling real stories about her real life? Like, what is the persona? Is what I'm asking. Is it she's not quite that rednecky because everything that happens to her is pretty fucking disgusting?
Yeah,
And
I'd
pretty
say so.
rednecky,
If we're going
so-
off of everything she said in
Yeah,
this
she
special
says
is
it's
true.
100% true.
Yo,
Gross.
That is pretty gnarly. Dude. That's pretty gnarly.
Pretty damn gross.
So you're asking, where does Chelcie Lynn stop and Trashy Tammy take
You
over?
keep saying trashy Tammy.
It's so much easier to
I
say
know.
that.
It really is, Tammy. Trailer Trash Tammy, or Trashy Tammy, as you call her.
Trashy Tammy.
She can't really be upset about. What if she came out? If she heard this episode, she's like, "Can't believe they called me Trashy Tammy when I spent 20 minutes telling a story about how I shit on my lover's face."
As she's lighting a cigarette.
As she's not lighting a
Or
cigarette.
not lighting it, yeah.
The opening of this is insane. She first of all, it's on a boat. She comes out, and her crowd fucking loves her.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You can tell if you read the YouTube comments.
Oh, for sure. But she comes out and bums a cigarette off somebody in the audience, which I'm
Two of
guessing.
them. 2 of them.
Oh, 2 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She takes one and then she's like, oh, give me another one to refill my pack.
But does she actually get the second one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She
that's
pushes
awesome.
the one in the pocket and then she
idiot.
puts one in her mouth and then doesn't
And
light
doesn't
it.
light it. That could be some sort of regulation, though. It could be that she's not allowed to light it in the cruise boat.
Then what are we doing with this first cigarette joke?
You know what?
I thought it was
That
more
is
weird.
That is a fair question.
The other thing
It's
is
a fair question.
the
dude.
intro, because the intro right before she does that joke, there's like a little bit of like a skit kind of where she walks
Yeah.
out and like
Oh yeah, she like fist
daps
bumps.
up the homies. And
I think there are a
kisses
bunch of
her
people
lover or
who
something.
are on her TikTok videos as well, like our other characters in her TikTok video. I don't watch her TikTok stuff or TikTok, YouTube, whatever. I don't
Right,
watch
right.
any of that shit. So I don't know, but that's the feeling I get. There's like she uses them in the outro video as well. Did you notice
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Hated that outro video.
Oh, I couldn't even watch all of it. By the time she was off, I'm like, I think I'm fine. I don't think I need to watch this anymore.
The end of the outro video is we're all wearing butt plugs. That's the final.
I mean, that's kind of high class for the comedy she was doing the whole special. Why Why don't I bring this up now?
Go ahead.
So actually, the headliner this weekend, Laura Peak, you should follow her. She was the headliner when I was featuring this weekend. I told her about her podcast because I just got merch for it. By the way, merch is available.
Hell yeah.
Just, shoot us a message or anything. We'll
Get
get
that
some out
sus
to you.
merch.
Absolutely. Pay what you want. We'll get it out to you. It is the sus merch. I forgot. Yeah, it's sus. S-U-S. Look at us.
Hell yeah.
We're idiots.
Jody Carroll, notice that.
Yeah, Jody
Thanks,
Carroll.
Jody.
Shout out, Jody.
Shout out.
For sure. I want to be on sus.
I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, shit.
Yeah, but in any case, Laura Peak, the headliner for last week, she said, after I told her the impetus for our podcast, like, yeah, okay, so it's sort of like we kind of give comic shit, but it's a little bit tongue in cheek because we know that we're not, we don't have the success that these other people do. And she's like, I would never fucking do that. That's crazy. What are you doing?
That's a good point.
She's like, you're never going to work with anyone. I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be about the same as it is now. You know what I mean? So
We're
I think
hoping
I'll be
for the
all right.
best.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So before we get too much further, I totally forgot this, but we needed to stop and look it up here. We have some new listeners, new areas of influence. Thank you guys so much for listening, by the way. We are steadily progressing. We're doing well. So shout out to our boys in Amsterdam, the Netherlands.
What?
We got to listen in the Netherlands, dude. They're just getting fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Just getting high as shit.
at the red light district.
Yeah, going
Just
and
banging it out, listening to us. That's awesome.
Paying for sex and not paying for podcasts.
Yeah.
Getting free listens. Yeah, so thank you, Dutch. Thank you, the Netherlands, for helping us out.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then we got 2 listens, in fact, from Vietnam, dude.
What?
Yeah, dude, we are in Vietnam now, man.
That's cool.
I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Thank
Me
you,
too.
Vietnam, dude. Thank you, Charlie, for listening. That's so fucking bad. Oh God. Thank you for listening in Vietnam, dude. We got 2 new countries, no new states. We're still at 32 states.
That's right. We're going to get them all.
The goal is to get, we can collect them all like Pokemon, dude.
That's what we want to get all of them. We were talking about this. We want Pangea. Okay.
we
We're trying,
want Pangea.
we're trying to get Pangea.
Get Pangea.
Yeah.
That's
North
or
Korea is going to be tough. That's what we were talking about.
Archipelago or whatever that archipelago. I don't know how to pronounce that word. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's like I think it's.
I
in
barely
between-
know what Pangea is.
It's in between Pangea and the continents we have now. It's like when the asteroid blew them apart.
yeah. Know all about
Obviously.
this part. Yeah.
That's a great bit. When the asteroid blew them apart, or when plate tectonics, whatever. Was that the name of the asteroid? Maybe the name of the asteroid was plate
Oh,
tectonics.
that'd make a lot of sense.
When it blew the countries apart, before they got to be the continents they are today, there was like an intermediary part where there are a lot more connections. They weren't quite continents yet, and I think it was called archipelago or archipelago. I have no idea how to pronounce it.
Okay.
I would have to.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
This
sure
is-
no matter how I pronounce it, it's wrong. I guarantee you that.
Geometry.
I think that's the wrong one, dude.
I know.
I think it's clearly
It's
geography.
Think
Is
of
it
all the math we
geography
gotta
or
do.
geology. I think it's a combination.
Geography.
We
Geology
are
is rocks.
Stupid, dude. We're really dumb. They're gonna take my
Boom,
law
you learned
degree away,
something.
dude. They're gonna be like, we can't have you representing. You can't be on the bar.
Did your friend say geometry? Yeah, we're
No.
gonna have to drop you.
And
man.
you agreed with him? You moron. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, so those are our new listeners. Thank you so much for listening. We don't have a beer of the week this week because
Nope.
Colton's on the wagon still, doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing dry. Are you doing dry January, or are you doing? You're
Yeah.
just quitting for a while.
Well, I'm just quitting for now. We're going to Mexico, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna turn up in Mexico.
You're gonna get silly in Mexico. Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna get arrested in Mexico.
No, I don't think so. I'm a quarter Mexican, dude. I'll fit right in.
Well, you're 3/4 gonna get arrested then. No,
Shorter
see,
sentence.
what is that? That's like 6 weeks then, like total, right? Because you stopped like basically January 1st, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's good, man. It's good.
Yeah.
You look skinny. I have no idea if you do, but maybe you do. You
Damn,
look skinny.
dude. I was gonna take that compliment and
Oh,
run
you
with it.
definitely do. You look skinny.
That's just because I shaped my beard up.
I mean, your arms look tiny,
Listeners.
so there's that. Your
I hate
forearms
this
look
conversation.
ridiculous. Oh shit! Yeah, so you're off the wagon, and I'm not drinking tonight. So we don't have a beer of choice. You're drinking a C4, and I got a Diet Mountain Dew. Maybe you've heard of it.
I have heard of it.
Yeah.
I used to judge people that were drinking C4 and not going to the gym, and now I'm that guy.
Wait, is it It's an energy
It's like a
drink.
pre-workout.
It's a pre-workout?
Kind of, yeah.
Why are you drinking a pre-workout, dude? Those
I was
aren't
trying
they
to
really
get jazzed
expensive?
up. I was trying to get jazzed up for this pod.
Is it like Amazing Orange? That was the shit that people used to.
You want to try it?
No, not at all.
Are you sure?
No, it's probably got all the like taurine and guarine.
It's got
and all that shit.
nicene or whatever, and
Yeah,
it makes
dude.
your skin itchy.
Dude, no, I don't want it. So I can sit around and hang out with my dog and just freak out, like
Yeah.
get a panic attack. Like that'd be awesome, dude.
I know. I was over watching that special we were watching.
I thought it was
before
just
this.
an energy drink. Is that essentially what it is? But it has like extra shit in it, or what?
All pre-workouts are energy drinks.
That's really all they are. Oh, okay.
Well,
I
I
thought
mean-
they were.
There's more shit in them, but they all give you energy, so they're kind of all the same thing.
They're energy drinks. Don't they have like other like nutrients or whatever shit that's supposed to like kickstart your?
Oh yeah, dude. This is gonna put me in the hospital probably. There's a bunch of bad stuff in this, but you know what? They're flavorful and they have a cool name.
Delicious.
Cool
All right,
name.
maybe we'll shout out C4 on
C4, yeah.
Cell Block 4, CB4, baby.
Sponsor us.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, so I can not. It's like my heart can explode next episode. I used to drink energy drinks all the time. I don't drink them at all anymore.
Good for you, man.
But I don't. I didn't quit. Like I didn't intentionally quit drinking them. I just stopped drinking. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't intentional at all. I used to have 2 fruit punch rock stars every day. One at
Those are
breakfast and one at lunch. And then for some reason I just quit doing it. And it wasn't like I was like, oh, this is making me weird.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I didn't start bleeding out my butt or anything. It was
That's
like,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need it anymore. I don't know what happened.
Man,
I
I've been
can't even tell you
sucking
when I
down
did it.
rock stars
They're expensive now, huh?
like a groupie, dude. I'm sucking them
They're
down.
like $5 a piece now.
Oh man, I went to go buy Gatorades at 7-Eleven.
Gatorade's expensive now.
It was 2 Gatorades for $8.
What the?
I went and put them back.
2 Gatorades for $8? Wait,
Yeah.
how were they gallon size each?
They were regular Gatorades.
They're like 32 ounces.
They were the 2 for $3 kind of Gatorades.
Wow.
They were not the. I was like, man, do you guys have a bad relationship with Gatorade? What happened?
I feel like this should be an Angry Bird segment. No. Back in my day, we got. Yeah. Wow. That
a lot.
sucks.
It's a lot.
All right.
I put
well,
it back. I was like, I'm not doing it.
We're like 17 minutes in. I guess we could start talking about the special a little bit if you want.
Yeah,
You
sure.
good?
Yeah,
You ready to
I'm
go?
ready.
All right. Our overall impressions. What do you think? Just overall, you have anything to say about it? That is a telling sigh right there.
Overall impressions. I liked the last part.
You like the 20-minute shitting in her husband's face part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, was it 20 minutes?
I don't know.
It was long.
It was long. I don't know.
It was
how
long. That was my favorite thing out
I
of
think
the
if
whole
you start
deal.
with when they go to Branson to the end,
Uh-huh.
I think it's like close to.
But the end
12
being the
minutes,
outro
maybe.
skit or when she walks off stage?
No, the end when she walks off stage.
Okay. Yeah, it was it was a long story. It was funny. That last story was funny. I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole special, the special as a whole. I didn't like it. It was too much. She just seemed like somebody that wasn't a veteran stand-up to me. Like, it just didn't seem like.
Yeah, see, that's a much better
seem
reason
like
for not
stand-up.
liking it than mine, which is just that it was fucking way too gross for me. It was so disgusting. Like
It was gross, yeah.
at the entire. Yeah, I didn't hate it.
Oh, we got your hat.
Oh, god damn it! Can
That's
you
what I
grab
was
that?
afraid of.
Let me see that.
So Quincy is really good at stealing my shits. God, he chewed on it too. That mother bastard.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. It's not your fault. Just leave that here. All right,
I had a feeling you would grab that.
dude. Quincy just grabs shit and he steals it, and he's a dickhead. What a jerk. All right, so just getting back to the
to
special
it.
a little bit. I thought.
You thought it was gross.
I didn't hate it, but I really didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like there are some things I really am impressed by with her.
Being what?
That dickhead. Her marketing ability, the way she markets herself, I think is really genius. I thought having the special on a cruise was masterful. That was really smart. It's her type of people, right?
Yeah.
It's all people who are there for her. So basically what she did was she'd had a party boat, or excuse me, a cruise that was all people who were like Chelcie, Lynn / Trailer Trash Tammy people who bought tickets for a 5-day cruise. And then she filmed the special on the cruise. And I don't know how many how many takes she did. If she did, every day, or if she only did one night, she did 2 shows, she did whatever. Who knows?
Well, she looks like the type of person that would wear the same clothes for 5 days.
But yeah, so that's brilliant to me because you have people who are all your fans. You're on the boat with them, so you can do a lot of the interacting stuff that makes you seem like approachable and like all that stuff. She sold an ass ton of merch when she performed here up in Spokane. She had a person just selling merch the entire time during her show, after her show. There was a line to get her merch the entire time for like 3 hours straight.
Damn.
And she had to make thousands upon thousands of dollars on her merch. I'm really impressed with the way she markets herself. And I think that doing that, the cruise, great idea. Everybody is a captive audience. Where are they going to go? They have nowhere to go. I mean,
you're not going to
you
walk
go
anybody, really.
You go to the other stuff, right? And maybe the best part, especially for her crowd, nobody has to drive home. Everybody's getting ripped, hammered, which is her crowd, right? And then you know that they don't have to settle down because they have to drive home, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's brilliant. I think it's a great idea. That's in the plus column for me.
That is cool. She tools around on those little scooters, like those grocery store scooters.
Does she?
Yeah. She was talking about it in the special, and then at the end, you see her like she's just tooling
I didn't
around.
even notice that.
Driving the fat person scooters, or I shouldn't have said that. The rascals.
She doesn't have
That's
her
it.
own. I feel like she's somebody who'd have her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you get a DUI on that?
Absolutely. You can get you can get a DUI on any motorized vehicle for sure. And I think it's really just
Getting a
any
DUI
vehicle.
on a boat on a rascal. It's kind of funny.
Oh, I don't know if you can get a DUI. Oh, that'd be interesting. Do they have? I don't even know if they have cops on. It might be. It's got to have security on cruises, right?
He's writing DUI tickets.
That's great.
You have insurance
Paul
for this?
Blart cruise cop. But yeah, I thought that was incredible. I thought that was really. I think the way she markets herself, the way she does exactly what her people want her to do.
Yeah.
Which is be, hey, I'm a total white trash piece of shit the entire time, right? That said, that's not interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, I get bored of those stories after pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah. A large part of it just relies on shock humor too.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And she just tries to hide that shock lead.
So overall, neither one of us were super impressed with it. Let's do Fashionista, then we'll go into what we liked and what we didn't. Fashionista, this should be interesting.
Fashionista.
I'll tell you her fit. You tell me if you liked it. I'll tell you her drip.
Okay.
This is what she was wearing. I made a lot of notes on this one just to make sure. Sleeveless, like gas station style wolf t-shirt.
Yeah.
With 2 wolves on it and like sort of that weird pattern.
Super hard.
Sleeveless.
Yeah.
Boom. Big time.
Dope.
But enough showing so you could see her sports bra underneath on the armpit area. Slick back, kind of greasy, really greasy hair. Looked like it had been doused in Bud Light.
Yeah.
Gym shorts with a logo I couldn't figure out. I couldn't figure out what that was, but there's just like it looked like it might have just been a high school logo or something on the bottom left.
She looks like she got them from Goodwill or
Right.
something.
She may have. And then flip-flops. Or
Was
not
it flip-flops? It was Crocs, I thought.
Yeah, they were like Croc slipper or Croc thong or not thongs. What are the Croc flip-flops, Croc
Flip-flops.
sandals.
Yeah.
Right. Not they weren't thongs, so they weren't flip-flops, but they were like Croc sandals. That was what she
With
wore.
socks on.
Was she wearing socks?
I think so.
I did not notice that. Nice.
I think she was wearing socks.
So what do you think, buddy?
What do I think?
You sound angry right now. Go ahead.
What do I think?
What do I think?
Man, I think it's bad. But I know that's what she's going for at the
Right.
same time. So, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what she's known for. I mean, obviously, it's not a good look. And yeah, with the shirt, I think is cool. I think the shirt's cool.
You like the shirt?
Nah, that's probably my favorite part.
Really?
Is
All
the
right.
shirt. Yeah.
I mean, the shirt is kind of like.
The shirt with the sports bra underneath, that you look like you smoke cigarettes if you wear that.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely was dressing to character. I've actually seen I've seen some pictures of her that are kind of cute.
Cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, cute for like a really really giant woman. I mean,
Yeah.
like I'm not a
Her telling that story of her shitting in her husband's face, dude, is so crazy.
So gross, dude.
That is disgusting.
It is really gross. So yeah, fashionista. Even I was like, this has got to be horrible. What do you give her on a 1 to 10?
10. No, I'm just playing.
Like after I like berated you for the last one,
I'd say, oh man, dude, does it even hit 1 star? Like, what are we going
out of
for?
10. Oh, man.
I mean, obviously, she wants to look like she came out of the.
She wants to
dirt
get to
or
that
something.
0. She needs that.
She wants a 0.
Yeah,
it looked bad. It looked terrible.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah, she looks like domestic abuse.
Wait, a giver or receiver? I could go either way with
Both
that
of
one.
them. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Both of them. Domestic violence, hilarious. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was real
tough.
bad.
Yep. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, listeners. You're not supposed to wear shorts on stage. It's a stand-up,
Yeah.
right? It's jeans.
I mean,
or pants,
generally, or a dress.
or a
whatever.
dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a skirt or whatever. Women can do whatever the fuck they want, though. That's always been the rule. Like, because, like, women wear
Unless they're dressing like that, then it's like
skirt. Yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit. It's not going to change. It isn't like.
no, that's just an old rule.
Yeah, it is
It
an old.
was an
It is an
old
old
thing.
rule. It's sort of a custom.
Yeah.
I don't really care. The only thing, it's sort of like a job interview, though, right? Like where if I see you wearing gym shorts and a wife beater, I'm probably not going to take what you say seriously until you've proven that you're really good. And like, oh, okay, now I have to pay attention to you.
But if you're Nick Schwartzen, like he just recorded a special recently
Yeah.
wearing shorts, who gives a shit? That guy's been doing it.
He's been
for
doing it forever.
30 years or something. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, Bert Kreischer can wear no shirt because I mean, I don't know how long he's been doing that. Has he always never worn a shirt?
I don't think so. I think he
There's
used
got to
wear
be a
shirt.
story about that, right? There was like one time he started not wearing a shirt and crushed, and he's like, "All right, I'm never wearing a shirt again." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, there has
yeah.
to
I
be
wonder how
something
that
like
developed.
We should know that.
We should.
I'll
probably.
get Jamie. Jamie, can you get on that?
Yeah.
Is that
Guys,
our
write
researcher
on
guy's
in
name?
and tell us how Bert.
Yeah.
Even better, Bert. If you could,
Oh yeah, Bert.
just write
He's
in,
a buddy
buddy.
of ours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took me on tour once.
Cool.
He doesn't know that, but he did.
Nice.
Yeah. So Fashionista was bad.
Fashionista
I mean,
bad.
it was rough.
Yeah.
What we liked, I already said, really liked the marketing aspect and filming it on a cruise ship. Captive audience, drunk enough to drive home, and they are there for her, right? That you know that they're there specifically for her. They're big enough fans that they bought a cruise. That's a pretty big investment to come watch you do comedy, right? Like,
Yeah.
smart,
Yeah.
especially considering her lack of like.
And I'll say this, dude, for being like a TikTok, I've went and like watched some of the shows from like TikTok stars or
Yeah.
whatever that come to try to do stand up
Sure.
at the club. Like she's obviously way funnier than any of those people for the most part.
Yeah, she's on the
From
upper,
what I've seen.
She's on the upper crust of those people for sure.
Yeah.
But
There's
still,
just something about it that just doesn't feel right. And I'm not really crazy about her tone either.
right.
Kind of seemed like that tone kind of dragged. I kind of don't know how to explain it. But
Well,
yeah,
her
I wasn't nuts
intros
about
were
that.
all very similar. She has a very basic style of like getting into jokes. It's kind of similar. It's kind of repetitive and over. Very common from what I've seen with people who do TikTok. And that's the interesting part, right? I've talked to some other people about this before, like Harry or Phil and stuff, on just like road trips. It's almost like they got it too quick. Like you got stand up too quick, right? Because you're really not a stand up. You're really a TikTok person.
Right.
And so because of that, you don't have to go through the growing pains of developing your act and your voice and your style. Like she already had a character before she started doing stand up.
Right.
That's how she does stand up as.
And it's just very obvious to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I see that and I'm just like, it's not somebody that came up through stand up. You can just tell the difference.
Really unpolished. Really is what it. And it's like, it's almost like it's not her fault. It is unpolished because like I said, you get that kind of success right away. And she didn't start doing stand up and then, worked her way up the chain. She was probably at least featuring or maybe even headlining immediately.
Right.
Like just walking right into it. And it's hard to say, hey, don't go headline clubs. You're going to sell out immediately.
Right.
Even if you're terrible. Like, and I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not saying she was terrible. I don't remember. I didn't go to her last show when she was here. It's clearly a lot better now than she probably was then. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you get it, and it's like you can't turn that down, but at the same time, it's going to stunt your growth as a comic, I think, too. Because you learn a lot of stuff along the way from first open mic to and like grinding your way through 3 to 4 minute sets and then up to 5 to 10 and then like, you know what I mean? And all those rules or all the lessons you learn.
And I'm sure the focus of her act is probably more in her TikTok videos where she's kind of able to hone who she is more. She's not necessarily honing that person, I don't think, on stage. I mean,
yeah,
that's what I think. I don't know how many open mics or whatever she's doing. Probably no open mics. Right?
These are, and her jokes are very like visually similar, like to a TikTok video, right? Like, I think that's why her setups are the way they are and very similar. Is it like she sets them up like, here's the scene, like you would see that in the video, right? And then you'd immediately see whatever she was going after. That's kind of how she tells her jokes, and I think it makes sense that she would tell them again, like because that's how she's used to setting up her material. Her videos are funny as shit, dude. Have you seen any of them?
Yeah,
dude. The one where
very funny.
the one where the one where she's smashing a cockroach with her tit. So funny, dude. Like on a picnic table. I don't know if she invented that or not, but I didn't see it before I saw her do it, and I laughed my ass off on that one. Smoking a cigarette and just bludgeoning a cockroach with her gigantic, sloppy, fat boobie. That's great.
But yeah, okay. Let's say this. What did you not like about it?
Oh, there's a lot of it. I mean, I think I didn't. Oh, minor thing when she shook her hair all the time, the way she would like shake her like hair back, it was a lot. Like she'd like whip her head back, like it was almost like a professional wrestler. Like she
did look like a professional wrestler. Yeah. That's a great way to put that.
Yeah, I mean, White Trash. She had made Undertaker references. Trailer Trash Tammy is alive and well, man. I mean, she did.
She should try to do that, dude. WWE would be stoked to have her.
I think I saw something about her. Did I look this up? I think she maybe went to like SummerSlam, to WWE SummerSlam, and like kissed Kid Rock or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm looking that up right now as we speak. But yeah, there's something like that. Like they just that's so funny, dude.
That is funny.
Anything you didn't like while I looked that up?
Let me think. Aside from the fit, because the fit was tough. Yeah, I didn't like the majority of it. But like I said, dude, that last story got me, dude. Me and my wife were laughing so hard at that.
So the last story, they go on an anniversary vacation to Branson, Missouri, and I'll save you the details. Essentially, they had a big meal. And he insisted on 69ing with her. She shit in his face. And then the fallout.
There's more dirty details than that, but yeah. She
like,
shit in his face. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty funny. When you hear the whole thing, it's pretty funny. We did not cover it in a funny way. Now.
I mean, it's really gross. Basically, there's a lot of like little things she weaves into them. Every single thing is grosser than the next thing. Like it's just.
You know what I hated was the DNA test.
Oh,
the 23andMe joke.
23andMe joke. That was pretty bad.
She's like, they gave me this little thing. I was like, there's
How
no.
am I supposed to comment that?
Yeah.
Gross.
And it's like, what? That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it's gross.
I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I didn't like that one. That was just like saying that just to be.
I think that's
dumb.
A lot of the special, man.
And dirty.
Just and like here's what I'll say too. I think, like I said, what she does, she knows what she's doing, right?
And her audience fucking loves it.
Her audience adores it, dude. Yeah. They go crazy for it.
Yeah.
I can't think of a group of people I would less want to spend time on a cruise boat with. I got to be honest with you. Like,
they're
just
probably
a bunch of
all
people
a really good time.
Super fucking trashy.
They're probably all a really good time.
Yeah. Maybe they are. I don't know. I grew up around trailer people, and I grew up around trailer trash. There's a big difference.
Honestly, though, that's maybe.
And I wonder if I think likely she's not trailer trash, but she is a trailer person. That's what I'm guessing.
I'm going to say that when she asked for those cigarettes at the beginning of the special, that might have been legit because then she's like, oh, I need to fill my pack or whatever. It's probably really hard to get cigarettes on a cruise boat. You didn't bring enough, you know.
Damn it. I mean, she doesn't look like like the type of person who wouldn't bring enough cigarettes. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Yeah.
I thought that, yeah, but I mean,
The trailer trash math was kind of funny with the Marlboro points.
Marlboro Miles. Yeah, she does this bit about being her grandma's Marlboro Miles account manager, which is pretty funny. I
Yeah.
like that bit too.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I like the pressing up against the glass at Rent-A-Center
Yeah.
for Christmas shopping. Like,
Yeah.
and then it getting repoed.
Yeah.
I didn't like the name, the Repo Man Jeffrey or whatever she
I
said.
thought
instead
that
of
was a joke
Krampus.
that we didn't know. I think that was like a
Oh,
thing
like from one of
for the
her-
fans. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that was a little Easter egg for the fans.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. But then again, she took that joke into somewhere that was just like disgusting for no reason.
Yeah, she was really into that. She was really into that. She would do a joke that I kind of liked, and then at the very end, just do something really, really gross. And be like, oh, you didn't really need that part, but whatever.
Yeah.
I thought, but in general, I'm not a big like gross out humor type comedy person. Wow, that was really loud. You crack your fingers right there.
No, that was my thumb that had surgery.
Oh man, dude, that was so loud on the microphone.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounded like I was at the chiropractor.
It did sound like you were the chiropractor. I just thought, here's what I think. Like I said, I don't think she's actually as trashy as she thinks, or she like lets on that she is. I really don't.
You think it's an act?
I think it's an act. Like I said, I think she grew up around trashy people, probably, and also non-trashy people, and her character is based on a trashy neighbor or something, right?
Right.
Because I feel like the way she dives so deeply into that character that I just think it's too much for me too, man. And it's just such a cliche. You know what I mean? Everything's like trashy cliche. And I don't love that. Maybe it's because I take it personally a little bit because I grew up around a bunch of poor people.
You're offended
Not
by
everybody's like, I wouldn't say offended, but I'm like, no, I don't love it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
show a little bit of depth or layering. I don't, as much as she talks about her personal life, I don't feel like I learned anything because I feel like it's all an act. I feel it's all garbage.
Well,
it's all not real.
And like Connor talked about, it wasn't for me, but
Sure.
she is around great stand-ups. Like she does a lot of stuff
Yeah.
with Jeremiah Watkins, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I'm sure her act is just going to get better. Like,
Sure.
the next special or whatever is probably going to be a night and day difference between this one and
I mean, I
whatever's
would
next.
love to see. That's the thing. Like, clearly she's got the charisma to bring a crowd. Clearly,
Right.
she can write jokes. She can write funny things.
Mm-hmm.
So she clearly has the potential to do good stand up and to have like a really good special. I just need something more than gross out humor and like trashy stuff. I think she has a term that I thought about. I have no idea if it exists or not, but it's something comedy. I call it comedy insecurity. It's a thing I just made up. Like she's not insecure. She's comedy insecure, and that like she doesn't want to reveal anything real about her actual life, so she gets something that's absurd based on reality, right? And so you don't actually learn. I want to hear about her actual like the things that really do bother her, right?
Right.
I would love to see her come out as Chelcie Lynn, not as her character, not as Trailer Trash Tammy, as Chelcie Lynn, and do stand up that way, and have some of the trashy Tammy Taylor, Jesus, the Triple T, have some of Triple T in there, but have it also reflect the reality of her life.
That's her
'Cause clearly
WWE
there's
name.
two. No, nice Triple T. But clearly there's like two parts to her, and she's set one off, and it's never going to bother her that you trash on Trashy Tammy, right? Because that's
It's
not
not
her,
real.
right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'd like her to be, I can't believe I'm saying this, a little bit more vulnerable. God, that's such a weird way. I mean, it's the type of thing I would make fun of someone else for saying, and I'm saying it. But it's really what I would like from her. I'd like her to reveal a little bit more of herself and still have some of those elements. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think some of those jokes too probably would have hit different for me if she had vocal inflection on them more.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of all just the same da-dun, da-dun, da-dun,
It's probably just the lack of like consistent stage time and giving the time to work on it rather than having to perform immediately.
Right.
But again, much more successful than we are.
Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
And
Good job,
you know,
Trashy Tammy.
Good job. Trailer Trash Tammy.
Crushed it.
She did. You know what? She filled out that boat. I'll tell you that much.
YouTube loves her, dude. Her
Yeah,
comments
YouTube
are
loves
like,
her.
oh
All
my
the
God,
people love
so
her.
funny.
Yep. Just because it's funny doesn't mean it's funny to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was okay.
All right. So anything else you want to talk about?
With Trashy Tammy,
Yeah, what you liked or what you didn't.
I didn't like most of it, and I liked the end, and that's it. But not the
Favorite
very
joke.
end.
Favorite joke was the 20-minute whatever thing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That story. That was probably my favorite story.
I like the joke she talked about them throwing joint birthday parties and not being able to
6 months
afford.
apart.
Joint birthday parties for two kids who were like 7 months apart, not being able to afford Chuck E. Cheese's and going to McDonald's, but not like reserving the ball pit or the playland, just
Yeah.
showing up and then your birthday party is with whoever was there at the time. I thought that was pretty funny.
That was funny.
But then again, she ended it with
the balls in my.
Yeah.
I love
I
getting
love
smothered
having
by balls.
being smothered
on my
by
birthday.
balls, which is such a cheap punchline.
Which
that
makes me
they
think
loved
that you had that, and then you just worked backwards from there.
maybe.
You know, even though you're saying
that was
everything
fresh.
she says is
Yeah.
true. When I heard that line on it, I was like, that makes it sound like
yeah.
this was worked backwards.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could see it either way, but yeah, I'm not saying
Probably
for
not.
sure,
That's
yeah.
just kind of what I thought. If that's your end goal punchline.
Yeah. Maybe it's just a tag, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, totally could be.
I don't know. But yeah, in any case, that was my favorite joke.
The needles in the Halloween candy, too, is kind of funny.
Oh yeah,
They go trick or treating, and then her mom would go through their trick or
Looking for
treat bags
needles.
looking for needles.
in case she ran out. Or
She's
whatever.
like, why? In case you ran out? Yeah.
Did you say in case she ran out? I
Yeah.
feel like her punchline wasn't very good, but it was.
It was
good
something like that.
premise. Yeah. In case she needed spares or something I don't know, something like that. Whatever it is. Listen, do you want to do a segment of listener mail?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. What you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting out. This is Vito's listener mail. He asked us this question. What do you know now that you wish you knew when you were first starting out?
My big one is leaving time for people to laugh, dude. That was my big
Oh,
one.
nice. That's a really good one. I didn't think about that, but that's a very good one.
My first set, dude.
That's so hard to do.
I was like getting laughs, and then I'd immediately just
Yeah.
crush
Yeah.
on them to step on them
shit on
just
it, yeah.
to get to the next thing.
Yeah. New comics, I feel like that's probably one of the number one things you can notice with them. Even if their materials, like if they get like, oh, they write pretty good material. Everybody seems to step on their laughs when they first start. I still do it. And it's the hardest thing because once you get a laugh, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go, keep going,
Yeah.
and then leave a couple seconds.
Yeah, and sometimes too,
Great one.
playing in that silence too as a
Absolutely.
new open micer is a good idea because then you
Yep.
can kind of get comfortable too. Maybe
Yep.
not getting the reaction you wanted, but you can build the tension in the room, and sometimes
Sure.
that will give you a laugh.
Sure.
It's
Or-
kind of a weird cheat code.
Yeah. And or if you're doing if you do a punchline, that's the one thing that'll happen with new people too. It's a similar vein, but like you don't give somebody time to laugh, and then nobody will laugh at your joke and be like, nobody laughed at that. You'd be like, yeah, because you didn't let them.
Right.
Like if you give them a second, they might laugh at it. They're not going to if you go right into the next because they want to hear the next part, even if they think it's the first part's funny.
Right.
That's forever to even get close to learning for me. That was a tough one for me because I love to fly through that stuff.
Well, and if you have a plan, you're like, oh, I got to get through all this. I
Yeah.
want to do all these jokes.
Oh,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. You know, that was
And when
another
you're
thing.
at the mic and you're only getting 3 or 4 minutes and you have 8 minutes of material you're trying
The
to fly
first 4
through,
minutes I wrote, it was like I had to rap pretty much
you're
like,
doing bars
to
and then-
get through it,
Yeah.
which is dumb. Like, but I remember
Yeah, 'cause then you get
rehearsing so
nothing out of
many
it.
times
Yeah.
too, just to like try to get it under 4.
Yeah.
Like-
Doing 1 minute of material in 4 minutes is smarter than doing 8 minutes of material in 4 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you actually will get a good feel of that 1 minute, probably.
Right.
Tony, kill Tony with the 1 minute sets. That's what they do, right? 1 minute? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's too long, and you're like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
that person's terrible." Yeah. So
What about you?
I think I wish I knew that it's never your set's never as bad or as good as you think it is. We've talked about this before. I think that's something that I wish I had a better handle on. Just being even headed, even keeled, not getting too high or low, because the truth of it is it's a process. There's no shortcut to like finding your voice. There's no shortcut to success in comedy. That's why it's so funny when people are like, what should I do? Blah, 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 blah. Like every comic, happens a lot at like the merch table if you're just standing there. the headliner, and somebody will ask him like, "Oh, what should I want to start doing comedy. What should I do?" Every single one of them, just go do it. I don't give a shit what you're doing. Get on stage. Get on stage. Get on stage. And the thing is, that's the answer no one wants to hear because they're terrified of going on stage. That's the way I was. I don't want to be on stage in front of people. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Right.
Freak me out. Were you freaked out?
My first time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What I learned from Butch Bradley, he's a headlining comic out in Vegas, and I was talking to him. I was like 80 open mics in at the time. I remember because I was keeping count.
Yeah, 'cause you're keeping count.
Yeah.
It's another green thumb thing to do, honestly.
Count 'em. And I was talking with him, and I was like, "Do you have any advice or whatever?" And he said, "Get on stage as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Get on stage as much as you can because what you're doing is you're building your armor, and you want to get
building
that
calluses.
Yeah, and you want to get that armor built up so that you can never get embarrassed. Essentially, you just want to be kind of immune to being able to be embarrassed.
Yeah. I mean,
that was great advice for me.
Absolutely. If I ever really bomb, I still get embarrassed. But for the most part, I get mad at myself still, but I don't get like,
that car ride home after you've bombed hard.
Yeah, it's not
is
fun.
brutal. You're just like gripping your steering wheel.
Yeah,
it's like I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. You still got to work. You work on these things all the way through, but never get too high or too low. It's never as bad or as good as you thought it was. That's something I try to tell people as much as possible.
Yeah,
that's also what keeps you going, right?
Well,
feeling that way, it keeps you from quitting, and it also keeps you from not working, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh shit! What we got here? Uh-oh.
Is this meatloaf? What?
Meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! Ma, the meatloaf! Fuck!
Great.
Oh yeah,
Thank
that was
you.
Mom coming in hot with the Mom's Meatloaf recipe of the day,
And
which
it's
is
meatloaf. Yeah.
It's meatloaf, friends. That's what it is.
Love that.
Hell yeah, we got a roll. What is that? Is that like a tater dish?
It's mac and potatoes.
All right, dude.
something.
All
Mac
right,
and
we're
cheese
gonna
potatoes.
take a little break here while we
Just potatoes.
crush down some Mom's Meatloaf here. All right, everybody, we are back from having some kick-ass meatloaf. Mm-hmm. Loved it. Mom's Meatloaf.
Mom's meatloaf menu.
Mom's menu of meatloaf.
Triple M.
Triple M, dude.
Mm.
Taters,
That was good.
meatloaf, bread, all homemade.
Yeah.
Great stuff. So we're to the flagship part of our program, and that is, of course, Why I'm Better, in which me and Colton
Yes.
describe how we're much better than people who make much more money than we do and are way more successful at stand-up comedy. And that includes
Trashy Tam Bam.
Trashy Tam Bam.
All
right. So Colton, you lost the coin toss, so you have to go first.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Colton Drake, how are you better than Tammy Lynn or Chelcie Lynn, aka Tammy, Trailer Trash Tammy?
Okay, Trashy Tam Bam. I am better than you because I know how to take a shower. Okay, you dirty goblin. God, you look horrible. I know that was your goal, but I wouldn't even leave the house looking like that. That's like Walmart dress code. I don't know. It was terrible. Also, I know how to write a joke.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, man, I didn't like anything that you really had to say. All your punchlines were just like, and then he came in my mouth or something gross, dude.
super
It was
gross.
disgusting. So for one, better. Also, I liked your last joke. Here's how I'm better than you. I would have cut a huge percentage of it. Okay? Like over 18%. 18 to 38%. I probably would have cut out of that.
I like
Right?
the specificity.
Yeah, and that's just me freestyling geometry at you, not geography. All right. So that's for sure. Also, I'm probably better in the eyes of the Lord
Yeah.
God. So
The Lord.
that's what I have for
Damn,
you.
dude, that cuts deep.
Trashy Tam Bam.
Trashy Tam Bam.
Trashy Tam Bam.
All right.
I think my first
that's how Colton's better. You said you think the first one's better?
I thought my first one was better.
We had to do 2 takes of this because I forgot to turn the camera on. Oh well, we'll be okay.
Yeah. Damn it.
I don't know. You sound pretty dumb in both of them.
That's good. That's what I wanted to sound like.
All right. Why I'm better than Chelcie Lynn. Chelcie. Triple T. Whatever we want to call you.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't have to kidnap people and take them out to the ocean to get them listening to my jokes. Okay?
Nice.
That's ridiculous. You're a one-trick pony, and the one trick is tired, tiresome, old, and not funny. My boy Colton nailed it. Not every joke has to end with a cum shot. This isn't pornography. This is comedy. You don't always end with somebody jizzing in your face, all right? Also, and I'm also not a caricature of a person. You're not a real person. That is not a real person. It is you. It is not real. It's disingenuous, and I don't like it. I hope someday you do a special in which you actually have a personality beyond just being a cum dumpster. Okay, that's the whole personality.
Preach.
And also, your special. I would say your special is trash, but you'd like that. So your special is awesome.
Classy.
Super classy.
Yeah.
So classy. That was why we're better than old. You call her Trashy Tam or 3T or Trailer Trash Tammy or
Yeah. Trailer Trash Tam.
Chelcie Lynn.
Grody.
Grody McNosleeves. That's so mean. No. So in final, just to end it out, whatever. We weren't impressed. We weren't impressed, but I'm sure she was impressed by the paycheck. So good for her.
Yeah. Way to go.
And I hope she continues to grow as a comic because, like I said, I do think she has the potential to put out a good special. I just didn't see it this time.
Right.
personally.
Well, we're not huge fans for her, just like as
for sure.
casual.
Yeah. I'm not from Oklahoma and live in a trailer court and grew up around a lot of meth, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
All right, next segment.
Okay, very good.
Let's talk about it. It's the ever lovely IG Instagram follower count, my guy.
Damn it.
Here we go. Last week, here were our totals. Last week, if you remember, Colton won. He beat me 4-2 last week. He went up to 435 followers. I was at 378 followers. So he's up 6-2, I believe, is the total.
Nice.
This week, 435s we had last week. What'd you have this week?
434.
Oh, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, where's the button?
Do we have that button? I don't
Yeah,
even know if that's
you got it.
I do have a drop that's like a wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. It's the sad.
I forgot about that
sad
one.
boy button.
Let's see if I can find it. Well, I mean, this one works. Kind of.
I think it's that one. That's not
Think
it.
it's that one? I don't think it's that one. Oh,
There it is. Yeah, yellow.
It is trombone. Okay. So Colton Drake, last week he had 435 followers. This week you have 434. All right, that was much better. We might leave the rest of it in just to show how dumb I am, but we're gonna dump that.
We're gonna dump it.
All right, so Colton lost a follower down to 434. Your boy Jay Berg, huge week, went up 8 followers. I'm at
Whoa.
386, man.
Nice.
386. I'm within 50 of you again. I haven't been within 50 in a while.
That's awesome.
So now it's 6-3, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 6-3.
Was that all from yesterday?
No, I got a few before that, but I got a few last night at the Laura Peak show.
Nice.
And she followed me, which is cool, and then a couple other people. So
Cool.
Yeah, it was good. I went up 8. I think I was actually up 9 at one point, and then I got unfollowed by a bot. Damn bots, dude.
Damn it.
You can never keep them long enough, You want them
Yeah.
longer.
I know.
So that was IG follower count. If you want to follow Colton Drake, where do they do that at, buddy?
At Colton Drake Comedy on Instagram.
On Instagram. And if you want to follow Jay Berg, myself, you can follow me at Jay Berg Comedy. That's Jay, spell out the J. So Jayberg Comedy. Yeah, and do that so we can get
More followers.
more followers. Though Colton still wants
Yeah.
that half thou.
I would.
We're looking for that half thou, and then we get the thou wow or whatever
I
you're
love
calling
the
it.
thou wow, yeah. That would be
Together, when we
fibromyalgia.
get to go, it would be fibromyalgia. Together, once we get to 1,000, we'll have to have a party,
Yeah, dude.
just as a togetherness.
Yeah. With Tammy on the
With
Pontoon.
Tammy on the boat, or
Yeah.
or making out with her at WWE SummerSlam, Kid Rock style, dude.
Yeah. Sick. Gross.
Yeah, so please follow us on those if you can, and like and review and subscribe and all the stuff. We have been getting a lot of love from you guys. A lot. We're trickling up, man.
Yeah.
We're taking over little by little, man.
Yeah. Thank
Next
you
thing
guys
you
so
know,
much for following us.
We're gonna be doing
Paying attention.
TikTok videos with Tam Bam, dude.
Yeah.
Smashing. So thanks a lot. Really do appreciate it. All right, next segment. Who are we listening to? Who you been listening to, my man?
Oh, I have been listening to Kyle Kinane.
Yeah, great comic.
Yeah,
Great
hilarious.
comic. That is at Kyle Kinane on Instagram. That's KYLEKINANE. He's great. I
Yeah.
love him. Yeah, you will not be disappointed if you listen to him. Really, really funny.
Road guy.
I have a show on Wednesday with Aaron Chen, which this comes out on Wednesday. So if you listen to this, it'll probably be tonight, or if you listen to, or it'll already have happened. One of the two, depending on when you listen to it. Aaron Chen, his Instagram is Chenny Lifestyle, ChennyLifestyle. Funny dude out of Australia.
Oh, cool.
Asian dude out of Australia, I believe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You
That
know
is
what I
pretty
mean?
cool.
They
Yeah.
have those?
So that's Wednesday?
That is Wednesday. So yeah, my upcoming gigs at 1:16:25. Excuse me, 1:15:25. That's Wednesday, featuring for Aaron Chen at the Spokane Comedy Club. February 1st, Quincy Belt Tournament of Champions, the next round, the second semifinal. That's on the 1st. That is in Post Falls, Idaho. Tickets are $10. And then on the 2nd, the R-rated comedy show at the club.
That'll be fun one.
Yeah, that will be a fun one. Are you on that one?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised, actually. R-rated comedy show at the Spokane Comedy Club. That is the February 2nd. What about you, buddy? What do you got?
January 17th and 18th, I'm hosting for Trey Crowder at the Spokane Comedy Club.
Hells yeah.
4 shows total.
Love
January 28th, I'm doing the Dope Show. Also
that's
at
right.
Spokane Comedy Club. And then February 1st is the filming of Anthony Singleton's special.
Right. Spokane famous.
Yep. And that's at Trees and Tattoo.
Yeah.
I'll be featuring for that, and get your tickets for that. It's a small little spot, but
sure.
it's supposed to be pretty cool. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Anthony Singleton doing a full, 45 minutes or an hour? Or what?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you doing there? Half an hour?
Yep.
Nice. And then Josiah Carlson's hosting?
Yep.
Yeah, check him out as well. Local comedians. That's going to be a fun show.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm bummed I'm going to miss that. So that's all we got for Trailer Trash. I cannot say it right anymore.
It's a tongue twister. for you.
Trailer Trash Tammy. Good Lord. Chelsea Lynn.
Trashy
Chelsea Lynn.
Tam Bam.
Thank you for listening and all that stuff. Next week,
Next week.
we got Roy Wood Jr. is who we're going to do next week.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be very good.
Lonely Flowers.
Lonely Flowers, yeah. So we will let him take us out with the trailer for his next special. I don't have anything else to say except thanks a lot. Please like, listen, review, subscribe, and send us feedback if you have any at standupsnobs@gmail.com. What should we do better? What are we doing well? Any questions you want us to answer? Anything like that. Any feedback whatsoever. We're going to try to make this podcast as good as we can, and we can't do it without people listening. So we do appreciate you. Colton, you want to take it?
Yeah. I've been Colton Drake. Bye-bye.
We ain't gonna make it. What happened to connection? It's gone. I was at the gun range and I saw somebody get bad service at the gun range. How you gonna be rude to somebody who showed up to practice murder? Account security questions are just us reminiscing about when life was better. Remember when you had a home filled with love? What street was that house on before your daddy got your auntie pregnant and now you got a brother cousin? Retail changed. They locked up everything and then they mad at us because we need to keep. Only time you see an employee at the grocery store is when you do self-checkout wrong. Well, what you done to the machine? Get your ass up here. You ever seen a couple so happy it ruined the date that you own? We get mad if the phone rings. That was invented for talking. Oh, hell no. You got to text me first.